Penthouse is the most successful magazine in the history of publishing.
The dirtiest magazine in America and one of the richest men in the world.
There was so much money.
But Bob Guccione died penniless. What the hell happened?
Well, that is a clip from the limited series Secrets of Penthouse, which takes a look at the extraordinary rise and fall of the magazine's founder, Bob Guccione. You can catch the series premiere next Monday, but first, we are happy to welcome documentary participant, entrepreneur, New York Times bestselling author, and former adult film star Jenna Jameson for a sneak peek. Good morning, Jenna. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, I mean, they can't do a documentary on Penthouse and not include you. So when they contacted you and said, hey, we want to talk to you about this, were you excited to share your background? Were you hesitant? You tell me.
Well, Penthouse really played a major part in my career, so I was incredibly excited to talk about Bob.
So, I mean, what are we going to learn about Bob? Because it really is a fascinating story. I mean, he, became one of the wealthiest men and then lost it all.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us. But he was a very pivotal man in the adult industry. And from the time I can remember, I wanted to be a Penthouse pet. So that was what I was focused on when I was young, funny enough. And I remember being submitted to Penthouse when I was 18, and Bob said, nope, we're not going to accept her. She looks too young. So he had a direct vision of what he wanted to see in his magazine. And it took me about 3 or 4 years to finally become a Penthouse pet. So and I just had a lot of respect for him.
Sure. I was going to say, what was your relationship with him?
Well, he was always very kind to me. He would talk to me on the phone about what he wanted to see in the pictorials, and he had a beautiful vision of women. He really honored us, and in turn, that made me respect him and his vision. He was very artistic.
And I think that, obviously, to be in the essence of full disclosure, there will be other people in this documentary that say other things. What do you think people are really going to learn about Bob in this series?
Well, I think that the most important part about the series is that you're going to see all different sides to him. I think that there's a preconceived notion of who he is and what he represented for so long. So it'll be very interesting to hear about his point of view. I mean, just like when it comes to Hugh Hefner, Bob Guccione really paved the way for the sexual revolution of women and how we're viewed, that we can be beautiful and intelligent. And he was able to highlight that. And that's why I respect him so much.
Well, you've done a lot. And when I was looking at all your achievements, to you, what was the biggest success? Was it being named the world's most famous, adult film star? Was it having a New York Times best-selling book, top of the list for like 6 weeks? Or was it starting your own adult entertainment company and having Playboy buy you out?
Wow. It's funny. I look back on my career and I try to pinpoint the things that really changed things. And, it just kind of like snowballed. I was able to be on the cover of Playboy and have done adult movies, and also speak at Oxford. And I've just done so many things. I remember debating at Oxford and winning. I think I remember walking out of the doors and thinking, I've really made it. Like, I'm not just a pretty face. I am, I'm a brainiac also. So well, I like the fact that I was able to change things for women in my industry.
We thank you for making time for us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And a reminder, you can catch the premiere of Secrets of Penthouse Monday, September 4th on A&E. And as we head to break, let's